He was an unstoppable force last week with well over 200 yards. It's the Aviators and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll get work at the 21-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Right to the air is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 5th-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. 2nd and 5. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Jets defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Walker last week. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Meanwhile, Murray's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. They're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Murray now. He's got Brown on the out route complete. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Aviators are on the board first here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my God.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quentin Williams. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A big pickup of 38.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Murray throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Walker. Touchdown. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Quentin Williams able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great...
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before half for Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Aviators would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Here's Mecole Hardman. A dangerous return man showing it here. Mecole Hardman. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Bust through the tackle. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Aviators are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Rodgers again now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Rodgers looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. On play action, Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Rodgers. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And again, it's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft.
Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw it, Murray. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Okuebu now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, it's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again.